So let's just start with this. Do you have a funny, bad, or interesting pizza story?
Not necessarily, but I do remember like growing up, I always wanted more than 2 slices of pizza. So, like they had a pizza parties at school and the teachers give everybody 2 slices. But in middle school, I'm like, I'm a growing young child. Okay. Like I want more than two. But I was always embarrassed or like shy to be like, I want to be that one girl that's eating 3 slices of pizza. But yeah, I don't really have no I don't really have no pizza story, but I just remember that like that's a piece of memory. I've always wanted more than 2 slices of pizza because it was never enough for me. So yeah.
So we actually at my high school we had pizza like every Friday because our high school was across the street from a Domino's, and we legit got one slice.
One slice?
Yes, one slice.
Girl. Okay. They was playing, y'all. That's a snack. That's not a meal. That's a taste. That's I'm gonna let you taste what I made. That's a tasting. Like, no, they was playing, y'all.
Basically. But like at this age though, like I be at like 3, 4. Like I had pizza last night, Loki. So it's like I'll be ashamed. Like when it be, like functions and stuff or like some type of event where there's pizza, like I'm not ashamed to go back anymore. Like I'm like,
yeah, like forget it. Ooh, I want it's mine. Okay. I want give me 3. Just give me 3 and I'm good. 2 ain't never enough. It's never enough. So
like I wanted to ask you this because this is going to tell me everything I need to know. Okay.
Okay.
So
I feel like I know where this is going.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Midwest girl as well. I was born in Chicago. I do not live in Chicago. I live in the south suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
And you're a Detroit girl. So tell me this. Is it soda or is it pop?
Girl, it's pop. It's pop.
Oh my gosh.
It's pop all day. I don't know who says soda. Like I have family that's from California. Like they from Michigan, from Detroit, but they got money, so they moved out and moved to California. And ever since then, they like, oh, soda. I'm like, what is that? No, it's pop. And even when you say soda, it's soda pop. Like it's pop. It's pop. So yeah, I'm with you always.
Thank you. Like soda to me is like what they say on TV, like
yeah.
What I say like growing up and just like where I live is pop. Like we want to pop. Like we got some
right,
pop.
It's pop. I would never say soda. I don't care who around. I'm be like, pop. Can I get some pop? You want some pop? It's not soda.
The only time I say soda is chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side.
Right. Okay.
That's the only sign.
That's it. That's the only way you need to say it. Other than that, it's pop.
Yeah. First time I like kind of became aware of Porsha Love was probably the Ghetto video. I saw that. So like I want to know like how did you, and it seemed, like from a fan point of view, like that people just kind of come out of nowhere, type of thing. So like how did you essentially, like if you feel like this, is happening for you, like kind of get on like in CHH?
Okay, so I've been doing music for a long time. I've been doing Christian music for a minute, maybe like 5 years, maybe like 5 or 6 years, which technically isn't a long time, but to me it's been a while. I'm very known in my city, like in Detroit. I've done a lot of things with my city. It was a massive community of Christian rappers in Detroit, and we would do like parties and concerts, and they had a Christian club that was really a Christian club. Like it wasn't like kind of Christian and kind of secular. Like it was legit altar call, worship. Like it was so lit, girl. I'm telling you, like it was lit. So I started off, just doing a lot of things in my community. And the first big break that I got in CHH was when I created a female Christian hip hop cipher. So it was the first one. To my knowledge, I haven't seen any other ones, but I seen them after I did it, but not any before. And it went viral. So that was the first time that I actually experienced going viral. And then we traveled. We went to Louisiana, we went to Ohio, we went to a few other states. But that's when people really started recognizing me, especially in my city. Like I would go to the mall and be like, oh, you Porsha Love. Because, it's a lot of church people that live in Detroit. like the Clark sisters, and it's like a big community of
Mhm.
gospel in Detroit. So a lot of people would notice me, or like I went to McDonald's, they said, oh, you rap? I'm like, yeah. So that was really my first big break as far as being in CHH. And then I just kept being consistent. I've been in a lot of groups. So I believe that because I was in a lot of groups, it kind of set me back a little. But now that I'm a solo artist, I'm able to flourish and just be on my own time. I don't have to wait for people. I can just execute. So when I came out with Ghetto, that's when I first started getting on Rapzilla. That was the first time that I released a song with them. I've tried before, like in years before, but they was like, this ain't working. No, okay. So I was like, okay, I just kept creating. But Ghetto was the first song that I did that got released on Rapzilla. But I've been doing music for a minute. That was just the first one that I got on a playlist and got on on a YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, just consistency. That's kind of how I, got out there, and traveling. Like when it was A3C in Atlanta, living in Detroit, I would fly to Atlanta. I would be a part of different events that other Christian rappers were doing. Even if I wasn't performing, I didn't perform at A3C, but I showed up, I supported because all of my friends were there. Some of my friends were performing, and just being in the midst, like we're literally connecting and networking, like that's going to help you. It's just like building those relationships with people and being genuine about it. Like, I'm not trying to get a relationship with you because I want what you have, or I'm trying to get leverage or clout. No, I really want to learn. I really want to know you. I really want to, teach me your ways, like it's really coming from a standpoint of being like admiring them, instead of trying to use them, like, no, I'm friends with people that I really admire. Like, I really admire their work. I'm really fans of their music. So yeah, you just gotta, just work and have a community is how you really kind of get on in the industry.
So Ghetto was your idea, like you came up with the song and everything and like put it together, like with the features as well?
Yeah. So I had this, okay, so initially it was supposed to be something else. And I had sent it to a friend, and he was like, no, sis, this not gonna work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it back, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board, and I'm gonna revamp it. So I did put the song together. Miles and Mark, I've always been cool with Miles. I met him at A3C in person, but we've communicated over the internet before that. And I wanted it to be like a Cali vibe. John produced it. John Paul produced it, and I told him I wanted it to be like a Cali vibe, and he was like, "Okay, I got you." So I got Miles on it, and then I was looking for one more rapper. So I really just put in my story on Instagram, who is a Cali, rapper y'all want me to connect with, and people was just giving me names, and they gave me Mark Stevie. So I went on his page. I'm like, he fire. I asked him, did he want to do the song? He was like, absolutely. Now we have a whole friendship. So he helped me write a bar in the hook, and yeah, it just popped off. It was fun.
Yes, I love that song. Like I love how
Thank you.
I got it from the TikTok
Yes. So I heard it. So me and my friend, shout out to Janae. Janae is the wife to Tori Deshawn. Shout out to Tori Deshawn. So me, Janae, and Tori and stuff, we would do TikToks all day, like just laugh and do TikToks. So the Ghetto TikTok was something that we would just always randomly say. And I left St. Louis, went back to Detroit, and I was playing this beat, and I'm like, I'm in the ghetto. And I'm like, oh my God, this gonna be cool. I really wish I could have got the guy that created it in the video. I tried to, but I guess he had so many people that hit him up, he probably was just like, girl, I don't know who he is. But if I ever do a remix, that would be my desire, is to literally like get him in the video, because it was hilarious. But yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, a remix would be dope.
Yeah, I agree. That would be kind of cool. Who you think should be on it if I do a remix?
Oh shoot, I was dang.
Put on the spot.
Yeah.
They don't have to be from Cali.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Not gonna lie, like immediately, like I just thought about Wande.
Cause period. Yeah, that's my dog.
Fine.
Yeah, that'll be fire. See, I didn't even think about that. That'll be fire. That's my dog. Yeah, Wande is very versatile. Like, She can really do any song, any culture. Like, I haven't seen her on like a Spanish joint, but I know she could do it. So yeah, I think
Oh,
that's dope.
Spanish. I would say Ella, how they say it in the Spanish.
Oh,
Oh, that song is
yes.
crazy.
Wait, is it
With
sing a
Lizzie
little bit.
Carter.
How it go? I forgot.
Um hey,
Is it
thing like and then she started rapping in Spanish. Coming this thing like some you can't play hey yeah
oh, I don't okay. I was thinking about the Perfectly Love song. I don't know if she's been okay, I don't know. But no, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that proves my point. Very versatile.
yes.
For sure.
So, Porsha, what's your experience been like in CHH so far?
Well, I really don't have too many complaints. Like, I feel like CHH is what you make it. Some people don't like to be considered a CHH rapper or whatever. Me personally, I'm a Christian and I rap, so I'm a Christian rapper. Like all of my bars ain't gonna be like holy as a lamb, but that's my lifestyle. So I don't have to, always say Jesus, 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 Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus for it to be a Christian song. You know what I'm saying? So my experience in CHH has been great. Like any L's I've taken was for my good. I feel like I was just talking to my friend Tay Collier, like literally 30 minutes ago. And I feel like I'm grateful for the support that I have. I have a lot of friends that support me. I have a lot of supporters. Like, I don't call them fans, I call them supporters. But I'm blessed. I can't complain. My experience in CHH has been great. It is what you make it. What you give to it is what you're gonna get out. If you give negativity, if you give, you always complaining, you always, oh, they don't pick me, I don't get a part of this, I don't fit in here, I don't blah, blah, blah. You're gonna receive that back. But if you give love and you give, genuine love and peace and joy and unity, like, you're gonna get that back. So yeah, no complaints. I love it here.
That's what's up. I wanted to say too, though, like, one thing that I'm loving about CHH right now is, kind of seeing a lot more representation as far as women,
Mm-hmm.
and especially Black women, and us just like acknowledging and like just really kind of putting, our Blackness on display and our
Yeah.
culture like that. Like, I love to see that, and I love that you're a part of that.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah, because 10 years ago, like, it was not this way.
Yeah.
Plainly.
Seriously, girl, 10, shoot, 4 years ago, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like music has evolved and Christian hip hop has definitely evolved. First starting out rapping, they would, if I went to the church and was rapping, first of all, they looking at me weird because I got pants on. Second of all, you book me, I'm coming like this. Like, I'm gonna be me. I might have some color in my hair, I'm gonna be loud, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be funny, so, then I'm a woman. They think I sing. I get the mic, they're like, oh, she about to sing. I'm like, oh, I don't sing. So it's a lot. It was a lot, like, oh, you a woman, like, what you about to say? What you about to do? And then when I perform, I'm not gonna say I transform because I don't do nothing like that, but I'm just me, like, I'm going to deliver and I'm gonna be bold about it and I'm gonna be direct about it. So it's a lot has changed. A lot has definitely changed. And I'm grateful that we are creating spaces for women to be themselves, for Black women to be, feel free to be you. And yeah, it's definitely a difference from before.
What's your favorite aspects of being an artist? Like, is it writing, performing, videos, recording? Like, what's like something like the part about, just the full life of an artist that you enjoy the most?
Okay, so two things. One thing I love to do is completing things. So, like, having a vision and pursuing that vision and seeing it executed is like a high like no other. Like, having a vision for a song and you literally seeing the song pan out, you're seeing the visuals pan out how you had it in your mind or how God gave it to you. that is the joy for me, and seeing the completion of, like, all of this was just a thought. All of this just came from a thought, and God allowed for me to produce all of this, and it's good and it's great and it's amazing. So that's one thing. Another thing is naming like songs or naming projects. I love doing it. I love to name something. It's like a baby. You know, I don't have children. So CHH, my music is like my child. So I love naming my projects, my songs. That is fun for me. So, because you can name it whatever you want, and you can be creative, and it makes sense to you. Like, you can say the song is called, like, I have a song coming out called Butterfly. I never say butterfly in the song, but that's the name of the song. And the song, once you hear it, you understand it. Like, okay, they start off like a caterpillar, then the cocoon, then the butterfly. Like, you can feel the vibe of the butterfly, but I never say butterfly, you know? So it's dope. That's two things I enjoy.
I did want to mention Brown too, like, because I feel like that's probably at this point my favorite Porsha Love song.
Oh, yay.
So right back really quick to, I was talking about like just Blackness and putting on display and the representation. Like, I love how now that we can have songs like Brown, AI The Anomaly has Golden and like Journal Entry 6, those types of songs that just really speak to our experience.
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And honestly, with Brown, I'm so happy you said that, because I was nervous to do Brown, especially being like a Christian and being an artist. You get into this conflict where it's like, oh, I don't want to make the church mad, or oh, I don't want to, you have to literally zone out everybody and just be like, I'm going to create. And who is meant for is going to touch them. And who is not, is not. But that's okay. Like, you can't box me in, and I'm just going to create. So Brown was one of those songs that I really wanted to express how grateful I was about being brown. And I'm grateful that God made me brown. So it's dope we have the freedom to do that.
Black girl boss.
Why do you, do this? And when I say this, I mean music. Like, why do you do this, and who do you do this for?
I really do this for a lot of women that are lost. Like, I really have a heart in a ministry for women and young women. I feel like we need to be heard. And, it's days where I don't feel like writing. I don't feel like recording. I don't feel like creating. But I think about the women that I've encouraged and the lives that I've touched, and who gonna tell my story? Like, I have to tell it. I have to tell what God has done for me. So yeah, God has given me a ministry for sisterhood and for unity and for purity. And that's why I do it. I do it because I have a passion to do it. I have a desire. I have a burning desire to do it. People see rap and they like, oh, I want to rap. Everybody want to be a rapper. It's like, if you knew what it took to be a rapper, you would be trying to go to school. Like, you probably would be like, I'm gonna just go to school and do something else. Like, rapping is not what it looks like. Yeah, you have moments where it's fun and it's exciting and it's rewarding, but that's all from the work that you put in. Like, that's just the fruit of your labor. It is a lot of work, but I definitely do this for the women who are not heard. And yeah, my goal is to build a table where women can feel like they can be themselves, like, to be heard. And I feel like we still not as heard as we need to be.
Yes.
But it's something that it's gonna happen, period.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening today, but if we just keep working and keep building and keep doing this, we're gonna break down the bro code. We're gonna build our own table. We're going to do it. So it's just a matter of time of just staying consistent, but I definitely do it for that.
Yo, that's what's up, Porsha.
For sure. They gotta hear us. Okay. I'm like, hold on, because it's a bro code, and it's not even purposely done sometimes. A lot of the times the bro code is something that is just from comfortability. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna say it like this. Like, when you go into a lunchroom, a cafeteria, and you see different tables and different areas and different people sitting at different tables, naturally you're gonna feel more comfortable to sit with the Black people. Like, your instinct isn't to go to maybe like a Hispanic table or a Caucasian table, or, you know, like you're not going to do that unless you're intentionally doing it, unless you know somebody at the table, unless you're purposely trying to sit over there. But naturally, we feel more comfortable with people that look like us. And in the case of being at the top, it's just a lot of men at the top. Music is just a male dominant sport, you know? So naturally, they checking for men. Naturally, a dude can make one hot song and they're like, oh, we have to get him on this, on that, on that. Oh, we gotta get this guy, you know? It's like, well, bruh, I mean, the song was hot, but okay, you know? And then there's a woman make the same fire song. It's like she versatile, you know, she can sing, she can dance, she can rap, you know, she got other things outside of her ministry, outside of her music. Mm-hmm. But they like, oh girl, you good. Go ahead. But oh boy, now this man right here, you know, so it's a bro code. It's a bro code, and women have to work twice as harder, but we built for it. You know, we built for it, and that's just how it is right now. Because it's, you know, the majority rules. It's the majority men at the table. So, you know, some people do it purposely, but other times, you know, some people do look out for their bros. I'm gonna look out for my brother. I'm gonna look out for him, blah, blah, blah. I experienced that in Detroit. I experienced that here, where it was like, we having events and, you know, they might book a Lecrae and then they'll get somebody from Detroit to open up for them. And the person from Detroit that's opening up for them, they getting all their bros on the show. You know, they putting all their bros on the show, and, you know, they would just probably use me for the little local stuff, you know, like, but without Lecrae or without Andy or without, you know, so it happens, but we just need more women and to have more voices at the top. That's it.
Absolutely. I want to like bring this up too, because I listened to one of your interviews. I think it might have been with the Fix. Shout out to them. And they asked you something about like women association, like the music and stuff. And it was something like, you know, do you think it's because, like, I'm very much paraphrasing, like that they're right, like good enough or something? And like you was like, no, it ain't that. And I'm like, thanks, girl, like, because I'm like, one, like she's not about to say like, oh, like, yeah, they're underrepresented because they're not good enough. Like, let's stop that in 2021, like, because it's not true. Like,
it's not. Sis, let me tell you, it's not. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a woman. Reese, I always tell Reese this. I'll be like, sis, I'll be guessing you up, like, but it be genuine. Reese Lachey, if you don't know about her, I'm sure you do. But for those who listening, if they don't know, they need to know. This woman can't out-rap anybody. When I say her bars are bananas, the things that she say, her delivery is just unmatched. Like, she up there with like a KD or even like a battle rapper, like a Loso or like a Saga. You know what I'm saying? Like, her bars are killing multiple people. So it's not the lack of talent, because baby, we have that. It's not the talent. Like, we got the talent. It's just the opportunity. Just like Viola Davis said, you know, one thing that separates Black women from any other race is opportunity. And really seeing the bigger vision and seeing, first of all, if they knew better, they would get a woman on their team. Because we the gems. If they was really, everybody want to talk about marketing and being strategic and, you know, but if you were thinking, you really would want a woman on your team, because it's a rarity. It's not a lot of us. So having somebody that's a woman, that men, that'll draw in men, that'll draw in women, that'll, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense. It just makes, like, you can market her in a million different ways. So yeah, it's just opportunity and believing in the bigger picture, believing in the picture that's behind what you see. So yeah, it's definitely not the lack of talent, because we got that.
Yes. And then, and like you were saying, like, you need a woman on your team. More than one though, like, would be great.
Yes. Seriously. Like,
we the labels, like, it's great that you know, we have the first lady. That's amazing. Please don't stop there.
Right. Please keep going. Please add another and another. Yeah, I agree, because it's needed. It's, why not? You can't say it's not because of talent. You can't say because we're not working hard. You can't say because ain't nobody listening to our music. Like, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just a lot of things that God has been showing me that it's like, that's false. That's a lie. We in 2021. Women in the secular world are taking over. Cardi, Megan, Nicki, Beyonce been doing it. You know,
Doja.
like exactly, Doja Cat. Like it's women, even Chloe and Halle. Like,
Yeah.
girl, and they sing. Women in the industry in secular music, they're taking over. They're doing a thing. They like what with the Grammys and setting records, making history. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We gonna just keep going, just keep doing it. I'm grateful for all of the L's that I took. I'm grateful for the things that I didn't get accepted into, because it really showed me that God is the standard. And for so long, I was making music up to their standards or up to, you know, other people's standards, and thinking like, oh, well, maybe they like this. Maybe if I do this, I'll draw in that type of fan base or supporters if I do this. But now I'm in a place where God is like, no, I'm the standard. Like, they're not the standard. He's the standard. And I am free to be myself. So I'm just going to do music that come from me, and who rocking with it, gonna rock with it. So, you know, it's just a matter of time.
Yep. And then speaking of labels, like I wanted to ask you this, because I'm sure there have got to be, like, you know, whether they're CHH or not, like if this hasn't already happened, like, you know, kind of have there been any conversations? Like, who is trying to sign Portia Love? Like, if you can speak on that.
Girl. Well, I haven't had anyone that has came to me, I mean, as far as like big, that wanted to necessarily sign me. I've had labels that are of, you know, high stature that came to me wanting to work with me, or, you know, I have connections like that way, like wanting to work with me on certain things, or, you know, I've built relationships with a lot of people from major Christian labels or, you know, communities and stuff like that. But nothing as of lately has been said as far as like a contract, like a legit, I'm gonna sign you. And I'm content with that. I know that it's coming.
Yes.
Like, I know that, but in this space that I'm in, you know, love tribe, gang, we just gonna work, we gonna grind. And my focus right now is to really build my supporters. I want y'all to know me. Like, I want people to know me for me. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. But I know it's gonna come. But when it comes, I just want to be prepared. I want to make sure I got enough songs. I want to make sure that my fan base, my supporters is heavy, to where it's more of a partnership versus I'm helping you. You know, like it's more of like we tag teaming.
Yes. Okay. Are you a full-time artist?
I'm not. I work, girl. Listen, because my lifestyle, you know, I have to work, girl. I gotta make sure I
Okay.
get some money.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, I do work. I am an insurance specialist. So I work with like mortgage companies. I work for Quicken Loans. So I do like mortgages, and I talk to State Farm, USAA, Geico, all of them. So I do work. I choose to work. I don't want to do music full time unless I'm like, I don't know, like a Megan status, or like a, you know, if I get up there, then it's like, okay, at this point, we're just gonna not work anymore. But until then, I want to use my music for, you know, as fun. I don't necessarily want to look at my music like this is helping me eat. And if it does, then that's just a blessing from God. But I like working. My job is great. I got benefits. I got healthcare. I got insurance. So yeah, I work. I used to do the full-time artist thing, and it actually worked for me because I had so much time on my hands, and that's when God spoke to me to do the cipher, and that's when I went viral. So I was able to do that, but I was living with my grandma and my mom, and no, my grandma. I was living with my grandma, and you know, financially, I was able to do that. But now I'm on my own. I live in Atlanta. I gotta pay bills. I got things I want to buy. Period. I have to work. So yes, I work.
I'm surprised that you said that you know, work in the financial industry, because I know that you have a cosmetology license, right?
Yes. Well, I went to school. Let me make sure I say it right. So I went to school for cosmetology. I did graduate. I took the test. Okay, this is like heartbreaking, y'all. So I passed you have to take 2 tests. So I passed the test for the practical, and then I took the theory and I failed it by 1 question. So, you know, it was like devastating. So I have to take the test again. But yeah, so I'm not officially licensed yet.
Okay.
I have to take the test again. I only missed 1 question, but yeah, so I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. See, I thought that maybe like if you weren't full-time, artist, that you like, like was MUA on the side, because you be doing your makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I like hair. I love hair. I love makeup. It's just a hustle. Like doing hair and doing makeup is harder than being an insurance specialist, and you get paid a lot less. Like, depending on who you connected to and your gifts and stuff like that. So I used to do hair a lot on the side. I used to do makeup a lot for like weddings and just, because it's fun. I enjoy it. But it's just, you be getting tired. You got your hands be hurting, and it's a lot. So if I do work in a shop again, it'll be something that is like mine, or I'm partnering with a friend to where I can manage it. I'm not really looking to be an artist anymore. I mean, like a full-time makeup artist or a full-time hairstylist, unless, maybe something on the side, my friend hit me up like, oh girl, can you touch me up? Could you blah, blah, blah? I'll do that, but no, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I will say for me, like I'm just finally getting into makeup in like the last like 2-3 years. Like, cause I don't know if you remember in like 2016, everybody, was like into makeup.
Yeah.
Contouring. 2016 now. I this long to get to where I'm at now.
And you look good.
Thank you. And I'm very basic with the hair too. Like I'm a very like basic, like lazy, natural. Like I got my done for these interviews because like I really want to be bothered. Like I love protective style. Like I gotta be like, just wanting to deal with my hair because you already know black hair, like natural hair,
girl.
Hair, like it's higher wash day. It's a
it's a lot of work. I'm telling you, it's a lot. Even when I do makeup videos, girl, hats off to anybody that's getting paid for it. Like, but it's a lot of work. You gotta prepare. You gotta, set your time aside and get your brushes ready and make sure you got enough storage on your phone or on your camera. You gotta edit it. Once you're done, you gotta make sure you pick the right song. For when you put it on the video, you got to decide if you want to do a voiceover. It is a lot. And then when you're doing TikToks, it's like, okay, I got to make sure that it's funny. I got to make sure that it's hitting. But it's a lot. So anybody getting paid for it, kudos to you. I don't know why people be getting mad because people get paid, but they don't realize it's a lot of work. So imagine doing that for somebody who you going to get critique from. Like, oh, you like, let me do your hair. Let me do your makeup. Yeah, it's a lot. And shout out to anybody that's in cosmetology school. People think it's a joke. People think like, oh, you're going to cosmetology school. This is easy. No, it's not. It's no joke. You got to clock in. You got to be on time. It's all about hours. I went to Paul Mitchell, so they didn't play. Your hair had to be done. You had to look a certain way. You had to have all black. You had to have a name tag. Like they did not play. And then you clock in with your veins. So you put your vein up to the thing and like clock in. Oh. It was serious. It's dead serious. The hair school is no joke. So, and then you broke because you can't work. Because you in school from 9 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday. It's like you don't have no time, no life. It's a struggle.
Who are some stylists or makeup artists that you would want to work with as an artist?
Girl. So it's this girl, her name Beats by Deb. I love her. I actually met her. She's from Detroit. She only like 20 between 9, no, she's not 19, between 20 and 21. But I would love to work with her. My goal eventually is to have like some type of cosmetic something. Like I definitely want to have like a line of some sort. I want to branch out eventually. Maybe like a palette or a lipstick or a lip gloss, something really cute. Like that's my desire. But I would love to work with Beats by Deb. She's amazing. It's another girl, Taylor Made. She's amazing. All of my glitters are by Beats by Deb. I buy all her glitters, and I love the chunky glitters. So yeah, and of course Rihanna. Shoot, if I could get Rihanna,
Hey.
a Fenty sponsor or something.
Eastside.
I want to kind of pivot a little bit. Again, like you grew up in Detroit. So what was it like growing up there?
Love it. I miss Detroit. It's like it's hood, but it's family. You just feel like family in Detroit. I love it. I miss the culture. I miss Detroit is real flashy. So people have like cardies and furs, and when you going out, you don't just see well, you can go walk up the street and see somebody with some cardies on, but that's dangerous because they be like killing people and stuff who are fighting you for your glasses or snatching them. But I love Detroit. I feel safe at home. Like when I'm in Detroit, I feel safe. I don't feel like unprotected, especially in the summertime, walking up the block, going to the store. It's great. It's great. It's just like a community. It's just like you don't mess with nobody, they ain't gonna mess with you. But that's like anybody hood. It's not, to me, it's not as dangerous as people perceive it to be. You just gotta be smart. Like, don't go to the gas station when it's super late. Don't, like you just use your common sense. So I mean, and that's just anywhere. That's just anywhere. But I love Detroit. It was great growing up there. I miss it for sure.
And then I want to ask you this because earlier you said that you moved to Atlanta. So kind of like what's like I want to try to like figure out how to ask you this, like some kind of like pros and cons, or really comparisons, like if there are any, to Atlanta and Detroit.
Okay. Well, I would say, comparisons. Let me see.
Or contrast.
Okay, so the difference is everything in Detroit is close together. So it don't take you that long to get to anywhere. So like, you need to go to the grocery store. You need to go to whatever. Like you can just get there. It don't take you that long. And Georgia, everything is spread it out. Everything takes about like 30 minutes to get to wherever you're trying to get to.
Really
so that, yeah, and 15 minutes in Michigan is a total different story for 15 minutes in Georgia. The traffic in Georgia is worse. It doesn't bother me though. I'm a driver, so it don't bother me. People complain a lot about the traffic, but that don't really bother me. The drivers here though are trash. Can't lie about that. They just don't care. I'm talking about cut off city. Okay, you're gonna get constantly cut off. It's like you don't have no time. You know how sometimes you will text and drive a little bit. Don't do that here. Do not, because in that moment, somebody gonna cut you off. You ain't gonna have time to stop. It's just not a good look. So yeah, that would be the only thing. What I love about Georgia is so diverse. Like in Detroit, it's Black people. Like Black people. You might have in Hamtramck, you'll have some Arabics, here and there. Well, all in Hamtramck is full of Arabics and Middle Eastern and stuff like that. But in Detroit, it's just all Black people, like straight Black. And you might have a little, white here and there, but not really. In Georgia, girl, everybody here. I got so many African friends, and I have so many, like, my friends are so diverse, and I love it. Even my roommates. My roommate is Italian, and my other roommate is I think she's Middle Eastern, but it's great. That's what I love about out here, because it's super diverse, and a lot of people out here are very helpful. Like if you need help, like they'll help you. In Detroit, they be kind of rude, like they'll help you. Now, if you need some directions, they might, you turn, I use my GPS. I don't be trusting nobody's directions, but out here, like, if you need help as far as connections, as far as like, who took your pictures or where you get that from, or blah, 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 like they're very sharing here. They don't mind sharing their connections, their resources. They don't care about that. In Detroit, it's more like, why you want who did that? Who did that? Like they don't really want to share like that, unless they know you. But yeah, that's the difference for sure. But I love it. I love it out here. It was definitely a God thing.
That's what's up. it looks like, I don't know if it's early, but yeah, it looks like you're flourishing, like you're enjoying it. I feel like most people
Thank
who
you.
do that, and I feel like a lot of people have been, moving to Atlanta, becoming
Yeah.
ATL plants or whatever.
Girl, it's great. And it's crazy because I never would have thought to move here. Like me, I love New York or like Cali or like I'm just not a country girl. Like they have hills here. I don't have no sidewalk. Like outside of my house, ain't no sidewalk. So it's not like what I'm necessarily used to where I live. But this was a God thing. And God really was like, no, I want you to come here. And in coming here, I have flourished so much spiritually. I flourished, like my connections have grown, my relationships with people have grown. So yeah, it's not a front. I'm happy for real.
Last, like thing on Detroit / ATL. So food, like how does Atlanta food compare to Detroit food?
Okay, so the difference is Detroit food, you know what to expect. Like we have Coney Islands, and at the Coney, you know what you're gonna get. It's like it's bomb though. It's everything that's bad for you that tastes amazing. It's like soul food on steroids, with like a little bit of like American food. So we have like chili cheese fries, and we have like, the corned beef sandwiches, and we got the chicken wing dinner, and we got like, it's just banging. So even the chicken salads don't be like, they be fire, but you don't feel like it's healthy. Because everything is just, it's like this is a salad, but I know this is not healthy for me. Like the Coney Islands be banging. And then the ranch, I'm a ranch girl. I love ranch. So the ranch be on point at the Coneys. So that's one thing, like, you know what to expect when you go to a Coney Island. You already know it. Like all of them gonna taste the same, and they all gonna be fire. But out here, the food out here is diverse. It's like different kinds of food, and like the aesthetic is very appealing. Like, you walk at a Coney, it's just a Coney. So you pull up, some of them look nice, but the more rough it look, the better the food is. Out here, it's like, oh, okay, like it's an actual restaurant, and they got chandeliers, and it's fancy, So out here, it looks better. It looks more appealing, and the food is still good. The food is still good. It's just a bigger variety. It's just a bigger variety versus Detroit. But they eat a lot out here. Like we always eating, like a lot, like a whole lot. Even when I visit, before I moved and I was visiting, I'm like, y'all eat a lot. Oh my God. Like, yeah, girls, it's so. So yeah, the food is good. It's about the same. It's just more variety out here.
Okay, so Coney in Detroit is like a franchise. Is it only in Michigan?
No, okay, so it's not a franchise. It's just it's like the name of, like, it can be named anything. We have a Mickey D's, we have a Lou's, we have a American National, like it's what it is, like a coffee shop. Like you have a coffee shop or a convenience store.
Okay, Mega, like
yeah, but you can name it anything. Like a Coney Island is just what the restaurant is, but the brand is, it can be a variety of different things.
Okay.
So it's like the Coney Island is just what it is. It's not the name of it.
Okay.
So it'll be like Lou's Coney Island, Nikki D's Coney Island, like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's fire, girl. I'm telling you. Don't go at nighttime. Don't let nobody trick you.
Yeah,
Don't let nobody listen to me. Don't let nobody trick you. If you do go at night, try to go downtown, because downtown is the safest place in Detroit, because there's more police officers down there and stuff like that. Downtown is the safest place, but the Coney Island downtown ain't really, like, it's really not the real Coney Islands. They real, but they not like,
they're not
in the hood. Yeah, like it's not like a Nikki D's or like a, I don't know, or like a, I don't know, but it's not, yeah, you're gonna have to go on 7 Mile and Coney. 7 Mile and Coney is good. 8 Mile and Mile is fire. Yeah, but don't go at night.
Thank you for the
you're welcome.
Have to remember that. I watched I feel like just about every, like podcast interview I could find. that you've done so far. And then another one, I think is with probably Juan Martinez. You said something, and you also wrote this in the caption as well. You said, "My superpower is not accepting no." And one thing I want to ask you is like, tell us about a time where in your life where you turned a no into a yes.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I have a lot. I can go down the list. So, okay, I'll say last year in 2020, everybody know the pandemic hit everybody differently. It really didn't bother me. It really just exposed a lot of things that I didn't know I put value on. I put a lot of value on me being able to execute things, like get it done. And God was showing me like your worth is not in your works. During that time, I got offered an opportunity to be a part of something that I put on my vision board, girl, something that was like major for me. I was just like, I knew it was an opportunity of a lifetime. And I tried out for it and I didn't get picked. Actually, in 2020, it's a lot of things that I entered, a lot of contests I entered, a lot of opportunities was presented to me that I just didn't get picked for, that they turned me down for. And I was crushed initially, but I knew I still had that peace in my spirit. I still had that peace and hope. It was a lot of things that I felt like I wanted to be a part of, and that was presented to me. But it didn't happen. But I didn't allow that no to stop me. I just kept going. I kept believing in myself. And even recently, when I didn't get picked to be a part of something that I felt like I earned, I'm not that type of person who is like, oh, I deserve this. I earned this, that I don't even vibe like that. If it's meant for me, it's going to be for me. But it was something that I really felt like I worked hard for and I earned that I didn't get to be a part of. And in doing that, God has shown me, like I said before, that He is the standard. And it really freed me from a lot of things. So sometimes a no can feel like it's bad and it's terrible, but knowing me, it's like, okay, I have to keep going. I know what God has promised me. I know what He said. I know what He told me. It's not going to look like how I'm expecting it to look. So I just have to keep going. So that has happened to me a lot of times. I would just encourage anybody to just keep going. Keep going. Just do not stop. It's going to be scary. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to question what God said. You're going to feel like you can't do it. You're going to, well, maybe I ain't good enough. Maybe my music don't be banging like that. Maybe I ain't this. Maybe, especially with me, I'm different. I'm not too churchy. I'm not too hood. I'm not too, I'm just me. So I really don't be fitting in with nobody, And when you are that type of person, when God has set you apart in that way, you feel like you were set apart from the set aparts. Like I told God, I'm like, Lord, I'm set apart from the people that set apart. Like, I don't blend in with these people. I don't mix. I don't know. I don't even feel like I fit in with the believers. But yeah, I can keep rambling. But in that, just sorry, but in that, just keep going.
Hey, last thing, Porsha. What can we expect in 2021? You already, gave us the song title. What I want to know is over, anything is the collabs. Who you about to feature? Like, if you can name any names.
Okay, so in 2021, I'm excited because I'm pushing myself to just be me, no matter how it's perceived. I want to do a lot of songs where it's just me. In 2020, I did a lot of features. I haven't released a song in 2020 that was just me by myself. All the songs I released, it did have features on it. So I'm really focusing right now and just giving songs that is only me. So like Butterfly, I mentioned earlier, is just only me. It's another song that I'm dropping before Butterfly that is just only me. But as far as features, I got a few friends, that I'm gonna be collabing with. I don't want to put it out there yet, but just know that it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be girl power. A lot of A lot of girl power.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of girl power. Anytime I get an opportunity, I definitely want to make sure that I'm putting my sisters on, because the guys do it, you know, like they put they bros on, you know, and I definitely have to give an opportunity and a space for my sisters to be put on to anything, you know, that I am a part of, if I can do it. So yeah, I definitely want to collab with more women this year, and I'm going to. That's in the works. But it's also some guys that I'm gonna be collabing with as well. So I can't really say too much, but that's, you know, yeah.
Okay, yo, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see it, to hear it, all of that. I'm sure you're gonna have some visuals, right?
Oh, definitely. I'm a visual learner, so I love visuals in general. I love videos. I want to do a video to every song, like how I did last year. Last year I did 5 songs and 4 videos. So I definitely want to do try to do a video for every song, especially with me growing my supporters and my fan base and stuff like that. The more that they see me, the more they'll recognize me, and it'll be an experience. I want every song to be like an experience. So who you want me to work with? Who somebody? I know you said one day if we do, you know, a remix, but who else would you want me to collab with?
Okay, I would love to see you collab with Lex Divine.
Okay, she fire.
And K Sade.
Yes. Okay. That's my girl. I love K. Love K.
That's what's up. Thank you so much, Porsha Love. That's all that I have. Yo, this is so fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun too. Like I already knew. I'm like, yo, like this is gonna be a really fun conversation.
Yes, girl. Thank you for having me. This is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it. I support it. Like you are amazing. Your spirit is great. Your personality is great. This is fire. Super fun interview.
Thank you so much. And yeah, like, yo, you like really was saying some stuff like, yo, can't wait for people to like see this and to hear like everything that we talked about.
Yes. Sorry about the phone falling. You know, that was just confirmation. You know, that the Lord good. So if you fall, he'll pick you up. So yeah, we made it work.
All good. You know, like fix it in post. Like these get edited. So
oh, good. Okay. Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Just crop that out. Okay. Right.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, girl. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Yo, if you made it to the end of this, you are a real one. Thank you so much for checking out my interview with Porsha Love. If you want to keep up with her on her social media, it's all links right here, and you know I got you in the description box. And if you'd like to check out more of the Personal Pizza Party Show, subscribe to this channel and keep up with us on social media, all right here and linked below. And last but not least, my name is Shada, the creative Chicago native who loves pizza. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.